What's going on there, everyone? Well, as we all know, the DOJ and everything, they got that report that should be dropping really any moment on the whole, Russia scandal to see who were the players and who were the bad players in that situation when it comes to the investigations, opening the investigations into nonsense, based on nonsense. So, I can't wait till that drops. But until then, we have this little piece. DOJ, from the Daily Caller. DOJ says ex-FBI agent Strzok committed security violations, used unsecured devices for FBI work. That's a no-no. But we've seen Hillary Clinton get away with pretty much the same exact thing with no consequence. None whatsoever. So, I just don't have faith that... I know I should, but I don't have any faith that the DOJ is going to actually prosecute anyone for what is considered crimes. But let's get into the story. The Department of Justice released a scathing report Monday on former FBI agent Peter Strzok, best remembered as the original member of the special counsel Robert Mueller's investigation team. The DOJ is accusing Strzok of various security violations and flagrantly unprofessional conduct in documents filed Monday. Where have I heard that before? These are like the same terms they used with Hillary Clinton, but she got away with it. She got away with it fine. Not even a slap on the wrist. Nothing. I mean, she literally got nothing. And she's still going about touting fake conspiracy, foreign conspiracy nonsense. I mean, look, she's out of her mind. This woman, I'm surprised she even comes out of her house because she thinks the Russians are taking over everything. She thinks the Russians... First, they make up the lie that the Russians are influencing Trump. That comes out to be true, but they believe it. You know, they believe their own lie. They got some mental illness over there in the DNC side of things. A lot of mental illness, it seems. And a lot of mental illness and a lot of affairs. A lot of grown people with little to no moralistic values who cheat on each other all the time. Married people. It's a dang shame. And we see that with a lot of Democrats. A lot of them. Let's get back to this. Strzok allegedly used the same unsecured professional devices for sensitive FBI work as he did to carry on extramarital affair with then FBI attorney Lisa Page. Strzok's wife discovered the lines after pursuing her husband's phone messages. People in your phones, don't you know them things will get you into trouble? The best thing to do is don't do anything on your phone or off your phone that'll cause problems. It's just a thought. Just a thought. The DOJ released the documents in response to Strzok's lawsuit. He claims he was fired without just cause and that his anti-Trump text should be protected as free speech. Strzok is demanding payback and reinstatement in the FBI. No, you can't be in the FBI anymore because you're completely politically biased and you've gone completely against like every code of conduct and standard that the FBI is supposed to swear to. Silly. I do see your text as free speech. I do see that. I understand that. But when wrapped into the whole situation, those texts are more like evidence than free speech. Sorry. Hate to tell you that. And when it comes to being fired, having a job is really a privilege. It's not a right. I mean, I know the Democrats and the leftists think otherwise, but no, it's not a right. It's a privilege. You know, you have to bring something to the table. And it doesn't look like you were bringing anything good. In its efforts to refute Strzok's lawsuit, the DOJ references an August 2018 letter to Strzok from DOJ's Office of Professional Responsibility, OPR, that accuses Strzok of a dereliction of supervisory responsibility. when he allegedly failed to assess whether Hillary Clinton's emails found on Anthony Weiner's personal laptop were classified. There's another reason you could have been fired. You don't know how to actually do your job. Just saying. I'm sure that's just your political bias, but, you know. That led to the then director, James Comey, announcing a possible link between the Weiner laptop and the Clinton emails just days before the 2016 presidential election. Yep. Both the DOJ and the OPR cast doubt on Strzok's insistence that he double-deleted FBI business from his cell phone because his wife seems to have located potentially incriminating evidence on the phone of his affair with Page. You know that's a crime itself. I don't know why no one ever is bringing this stuff up. You know, infidelity like that is a crime. What's it called? Adultery. And adultery is an actual crime. You can go to jail for adultery. Yeah, I mean, it's kind of an old school law rule thing, but yeah, it's still on the books. OPR notes that Strzok did not allow investigators to inspect his phone, even as he admitted using Apple's iMessage in the course of his FBI duties. What? You're not going to let them look at that? That's weird. Some of the phone text messages reveal the discussions between Strzok and Page over their romantic entanglement. I'm not really concerned with reading all that. But, yeah. So, what are we going to see from this? What are we actually going to see? Don't know. I fear nothing. I fear we're going to see nothing. You got Strzok, Comey, and Brennan, who should, in theory, be sweating bullets and scared to death right now, but they're not. And you know why they're not? Because they know there's a 98% chance that nothing is going to happen to them. This will all be, as usual, when it comes to government officials, swept under the rug. Unless you're an open Trump supporter. Then they'll throw the book at you. Which we've seen with Manafort, which we're going to see most likely with Roger Stone. I mean, he was found guilty on all charges, and I think his charges were about 24 years in prison worth. And we know they love to throw the book violently at Trump supporters. So we'll see what happens to him. And but I will say he did lie to Congress. But another thing is, we see people lie all the time. What's her name? Yovanovitch? The woman that was she was the ex-Ukrainian ambassador Trump fired. She got caught in her under sworn testimony, under threat of perjury, lied twice during her impeachment inquiries. Where's the outrage? Where is anybody saying anything? No one's going to. We the people will. I mean, it's been pointed out through various media outlets, right-wing media outlets, but where is it? Who's talking about it now? No one. This could be like one of the biggest things that the Republicans could use against the impeachment inquiry. But it seems they're just... What the heck's going on, people? But I don't know. I don't think anything's going to happen here. And I would love to hear your comments, especially if you think something might, you know? Because, you know, I'd like to hear that. It'd be nice to hear. But I personally don't think anything's going to happen. I don't think anything's going to come of this. I think if anything, one or two of these guys may get a smack on the wrist. But in reality, they've done some pretty treasonous things. And I don't use that term lightly. What they were doing was treasonous. They were trying to out a duly elected president because they didn't like him. They just personally don't like him. So they were trying to undermine all of our millions and millions and millions of votes for their own feelings. Disgusting. That's disgusting. These are the people that we don't want in government. These are exactly the type of people we don't need in our government. We need people that are working for us, the people, and who will work for the President of the United States, even if they don't like him. You know, a lot of Republicans, including myself, did not like Obama, but guess what? I gave him the respect of the position. He was the president. I respected him as such. Didn't like his policies, didn't like his domestic policies, didn't like his foreign policies. Think he's a war criminal, personally, but that's nor here nor there, because as usual, and Obama's administration, Obama himself, I think, was actually brought up on war crime charges, but because he's an American president, nothing came of it. Just how it works, man. Washington's a mess. It is a swamp. It'll continue to be the swamp. Trump's trying his dangest, and he's done a good job. He's done a good job of showing how swampy it is. Just look at the media and how they protect all these anti-Trumper government officials. It's a swamp fueled by the media propaganda machine. It's all nonsense. But as always, like, share, and subscribe. Leave them comments down there. And I will catch you on the flip side.